You don't think it also has to do with access? Because a host of people, I know that one of the things that comes to mind when you're thinking of Calabar is holiday. Maybe sometimes access into Cross River State could be a problem. Do you think so?
Well, I think so too. I do not know much about the flight schedules and all that, but I'm told that there are one or two airlines fly once a day, and so there's still a problem in terms of that. For you to really attract the maximum crowd, especially in entertainment, there's got to be at least 3 or 4 flights. I think that would gradually get to that point, but well, we know that every year it gets quite interesting. Christmas period, December and all that. Everybody looks forward to that, and they'll come there, as it were.
But part of what some people look out for is what movie producers are not saying. For instance, when they tried to shoot the movie ended up in Gambia, one would have thought that movie producers, I know you have meetings on a regular basis, but is there any such thing where those challenges are documented and then perhaps passed on to the relevant authorities to encourage local producers here to take advantage and do better?
Well, we keep talking with the authorities. They know. Festivals like this is like deja vu anyway to a whole lot of us, because we, every year there are about major 4 or 5 major festivals within Nigeria alone. And like I was telling somebody yesterday, we were talking about distribution, and one of the partners, and I said, this is just like dreaming of something all over again. It's deja vu. Keep saying the same thing over and over and over
that's very
again.
key. Distribution.
Well, it's key because it's the whole basis of the production. By the time you finish sourcing for your funds and you produce your movie, you want to know how you get your money back. So there's really we need to put structures in place there. The template, the direct to DVD templates we used to do those days when you release, go on VCD, go on VHS and all that. That structure is really dead right now. There is a strong DVD market that is unexplored because there is, I don't know why the Nigerian market is so vast or slow to embrace the DVD technology. Everybody's still using VCD, and it's been sold very, at cheap pirated prices. Producers have been actually crying out for the structure for distribution to be. I think the government really, with the grants they've done, the 3 billion grant.
Has it been accessed?
Yes, people have started accessing the capacity building fund for that grant has been accessed for training. The next one I think now just came out a few days ago for producers, about 700 million naira for producers to access and shoot their movies. I think it's small because I think each production company will not get more than 10 million grant.
And how easy is the access to such fund?
Well, the anonymity of the panel is another problem. You don't know who you're applying to. You just go to the website and you apply, click and apply, and then if you're chosen, they inform you.
Which is supposed to be a good thing, because usually what people complain of is man no man. They're only giving it to this group of people because they know the people behind the scenes. But I believe that kind of anonymity of the panel should actually help people have confidence in the system that if I'm presenting a good plan, I should actually get good consideration.
Well, I think so, but also we need to know a little bit the people in the panel. Are they film people? Most of the times these things come from a financial angle. But if you don't have people who are in the business, who understand the business, who understand the pains and sufferings and the pains, and the passion of the business, then there will be a disconnect.
From the kind of people that they've given the grants to, do you think that they have a fair understanding of what it is like to produce a movie?
Well, the first set, the grants have been divided into 3. The first was the capacity building, which was training for film actors, which is going on right now. I think some people are trying, they're going to send people to schools abroad and all that, and here too as well. This is the production of part. But I also, the third one is distribution, which is where the chunk of the money is going to be 2 billion naira is going to distribution, which is what we all agreed when we had the stakeholders meeting, that let the chunk of the money go into distribution, because if I shoot a movie, or if by chance you're giving us a 10 million, we should be able to have the structures in place where the distribution, where the 10 million can make 100 million or 200 million, as it were. I do think, I do think we still need to be engaging ourselves in this kind of things. Well, for all well and good, you know, I've never ever seen anywhere in the world where a panel is anonymous anyway, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay. But just quickly, you know,
Right.
how else do you think that, because I know that focus, attention is being drawn here now with this film festival, chances are that possibly script writers, creative directors are all thinking of how we can put this to good use, but what do you think will be standing in their way?
It's still basically, it's still going to be finance, like I said, the access to funds. And really, let's get it straight. Nollywood itself started as an experiment, like I was saying, on self-belief. People would sell. I mean, I used to remember when I was shooting my own movie, I sold my property and everything to shoot because I had so much belief in that script, you know. But the 20 years later, if you say we are 20 years, you know, in quote, we're still facing the same challenges are still there. You know, I do not think festivals like this would come out with solutions totally, but what they would do would be to sort of, you know, kickstart or sort of, you know, prod the thought process into saying this is where we want to go, this is where we want to be. And of course, we made a lot of strides. Let's admit that, a lot of strides in the past few years. You know, by all this interaction, all these festivals we meet, we network and all that. I do know that from what I've seen with the African Film International Festival, it is still fledgling, but it is, since it's for Africa, we have a lot of delegates here and all that. That's something. It's just I feel something is going to, you know, sort of come out from this brew positively for the industry, which coupled with the other festivals we've been having in the country, you know, would all go well.
Well, very quickly before we go, because one of those successes, I now realize that we now have Nigerian movie makers going into screening of their movies in cinemas before the actual release on DVDs and the like. So how lucrative has that become?
Well, the cinema itself, like I was saying, the cinema itself is a source for a revenue stream. Well, you know, we have few cinemas. We have, as I said, 70 screens and maybe 14 structures, cineplexes in the country, compared to America, which has over 8,000, and India that has over 13,000. So we are really behind. But even within that, some Nigerian movies have made good returns to the box office. The EJs, the figurines, the phone swaps, the Tango with Me and all that. So, but producers in Nigeria seem to have an idea that the cinema is the only place you can get your money back immediately. So there's a rush, you know, to put your film in the cinema. But I would say no, that is not it. Anywhere in the world, basically, the studios will tell you the cinemas will give you about 30 to 40% of your budget, total budget. The rest comes from the ancillary, the distribution stream, the DVDs, the online, the broadcast rights, and all that. But it's the reverse is basically the case here. I think people are beginning to understand now that no, that is not it. It helps. It is just a revenue base or a return on investment angle on your business plan.
All right, thank you for coming on, Charles Novia, movie producer. You're enjoying your stay here, by the way, aren't you?
Nice, fantastic, wonderful Calabac, we're saying, and all that. It's great.
All right, then. Well,